Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Well, week 16. Are we on week 16 of lockdown? Are we on week 16 of lockdown? Are we officially in month 4? Oh my goodness me. Hello, welcome to week month of lockdown with the show Rise Up Show and me, your host, Dani Wallace. I am the Queen Bee. How are you all doing? Good morning, Vicky Head. First off, Mark this morning. How are you, my darling? Let's get on in here. Make sure you are pressing the like, the love, the share button. Let's reach as many people as possible. If you are watching from a group such as the Hive, make sure you go to the title of this live this morning and go and give StreamYard permission for us to see your lovely name. Otherwise, it looks like this. Hey, gorgeous. I don't know who this is. Who is this Facebook user? Good morning. Yes, Vicky, week 16. We are in month 4. It is official. It is indeed official. It is crazy. Good morning, Emma Roscoe. Good morning. Good morning to my lovely sister who is watching on YouTube. That's awesome. Yes, it does feel like week, whatever that number is. That's exactly what it feels like. Look at that energy. Yes, I am here for it this morning. I am here for you guys. It is insanely rubbish outside. That said, we've got some things to talk about today. We're going to get the energy right this morning. It was you, Nikki. You got to give the permissions, Nick. You got to give the permissions. Good morning, Charnel Simcock. Hello, hello. Good morning to the fabulous Ian Dixon. Ian Dixon joined us on the show on Friday just gone. It was a fab show. There was knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb happening. Make sure you go back if you get an opportunity and go and watch Friday's show with me and Ian Dixon. We had a blast. It was fantastic. Good morning. Grey and humid in Banbury. All right, we're going to start with the shit weather. For those of us, that haven't tuned in before, those of you that haven't tuned in before, I've been going live every single morning, Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. since the very, very start of lockdown, since the first week in lockdown, because there was a very, very real possibility that I was going to do what my husband's doing right now, and I'd be staying in bed instead of getting ready for the work day. And your girl is a busy bee. So I said to my crowd, I said to my crew, I said to the Queen Bees, I said to the IATQB Hive where I hang out, I'm going to go live. And then I started to go live. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to do it every morning, we could be here for quite some time. And just me getting ready for work in the morning is going to wear quite thin. So I started to invite my friends onto the show. I started to interview my friends and share my friends with you guys. And as a morning show, it feels only right that we do the weather. So this ended up being created and we do the weather. Now, the weather is no real sort of scientific situation other than all you need to do is pop your head out the window and have a look. It is absolutely hoying it down in Preston this morning. It is rubbish out there. It was one of those. Did I just lose a rainy bee? I did, didn't I? And he's bending the right way. It is minging out there this morning. It was one of those mornings that if I worked for anybody other than myself, if I wasn't being accountable to you guys, I'd be like, y'all, I'm calling a duvet day. It felt like this morning was definitely one of those mornings where it's just absolutely shitting it down outside. You can hear the cars going past and the rain going everywhere when the cars go past. It's crazy. I don't have any windy bees, do I not, Joe? It's blustery in Brum this morning. So would it be fair to say that in Brum it's a bit shit? Is that right? So I need to know from you guys whether it is. I only have 3 types of bee at the minute. Me and Joe are in the process of sorting this out. So we have a plethora, a smorgasbord of weather bees. At the minute we have 3. We've got a Scorchio bee. If it's sunny where you are, tell me, and we'll put the Scorchio bee up. We've got the It's a Bit Shit, which is generic for British weather if you're watching from anywhere else in the UK. It's sunshine and clouds in Somerset, and we've just got like it's pissing down rain because again, it's another default setting for the UK. It is absolutely wazzing it down outside. It is dull and overcast in Somerset. I would say then, Ian, it is a bit shit. All right, where else are we going? Is that just the weather? Staffordshire is dull. I mean, what's the weather like though? What's the weather like? It's a bit shit there. It's chucking it down here. There's no getting away from it. It's grey and cold in Cheshire. Whereabouts else in the UK are you? Cold and cloudy in Essex. Look at it's a bit shit over that way. Flipping heck. It's spitting. Emma, it's spitting in Brighton. Everybody in. If anybody doesn't know what that is an allusion to, so Peter Kay has a whole sketch around the fact that the weather people, not the weather people, the dinner people at school get very excited. Lots of weather bee ideas buzzing in my head. We can't go too crazy because I won't remember them all otherwise. What do we need? So we've got It's a Bit Shit, which is kind of overcast and what have you, which is the generic for the UK. We've got the sunshiny bee, which is Scotchio. We've got the rainy bee. We need a windy bee. What other bees do we need to be fully representative of the weather? It's sunny in Forest. It's sunny. Naomi Ella. I don't even know where you are. Here. I want to say that you're here. Are you there? That rainy bee doesn't want to stay on. I don't want the rainy bee to stay on. I want it to be nice again. Fine rain that gets you sort of through. That's it. We need a snowy bee. A spitting bee. Oh no. It's be a bit horrible that. Can you imagine? What would that bee be doing? So we need a snow bee for all the snow that we get. We're always disappointed with the snow that we get here in the UK, though. Do you guys not find that? Or is it just where I am in Preston? It's always just a bit of a non-event. But the whole of the city grinds to a halt because it doesn't know what to do with an inch of snow. An icy bee. We definitely need that bee, and it needs to be blue, wouldn't it? It'd be like a blue bee. Is that fine? The fine rain that soaks you through. It's not that outside, by the way, here in Preston. It's rainy in Lee. Where else are you lot? Have we got anybody in Scotland? Have we got anybody international watching this morning? Please let me know in the comments. Yeah, a Thunderbee. We've definitely needed that over the course of the weekend. On Saturday, I had every intention of working on Saturday, every intention. And I'd spoke to, Nikki James, my partner in crime with the Rockstar Level Up. We was like, we're going to get this done and that done. And we did a little bit between us. And I was like, right, I'm going to see my sister and do some social distance meeting up with some of my best friends, which is exactly what we did. And we ended up going out for a walk. And we went for a walk and we got caught in the biggest thunderstorm at the furthest point away in the park from the house. And we just got to that point where the heavens opened and you kind of go, oh no, it's rain. I'm wet. It was just like that, like it was that we just gave up, and then we was like, right, okay, so this is us getting drenched, walking in the rain. We've got that's just what's happening right now. So yes, I did a bit of filling my cup back up this weekend. What did you guys get up to the weekend? We've got a fabulous guest for you this morning. I'm really excited to share her with you. We came across each other on the internet. We've got some politics happening today, you guys, with my hang on a second, I can show you this. I'll pop this little comment off. I've got some politics happening today, look, with my t-shirt. I got this from the fabulous Topsy Curvy, actually. They made this for me bespoke because they're legends. So holler to Topsy Curvy. We flew kites yesterday. It was blooming awesome. The teenagers loved it. Do you know what? Kiting, I don't know about you guys. Kiting, flying kites, is something that always sounds good. It sounds good, but here we're never able to get the kite to actually fly so we could stand there and fly the kite. We just ended up running around the park with the kite, trying to get the kite to fly. It always sounds like a good idea, just flying a kite. We never actually, it's to this day, I might have to make that one of my jobs over the summer to try and make a kite actually fly. Good morning, North Wales. It's wet and wild. JD is exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. We're not too far away from you. And it is cray out there. It's raining cats and dogs. It's horrific. We all love a politics day. Absolutely, yeah, we do. It's definitely politics today. I just wanted to, with my t-shirt this morning, I wanted to remind everybody it's just been Pride weekend. So happy Pride to all our LGBTQ viewers out there. We hope you had a nice weekend. I know it is a protest and it's a celebration and it's a huge, amazing oxymoron, but we've not been able to celebrate it as much as we would have liked this weekend. I've seen loads of you posting videos and pictures and stuff of how you were celebrating or protesting in your own way. But huge love to all of our queer viewers this morning. But just a little pause for a second, because the tsunami of the whole Black Lives Matter movement has started to pull back a little bit. It's not trending anymore. And now is the time that if we are having those conversations, to keep having those conversations. So please do, my darlings, if you are not already a member of Beauty of Different Shades from Chanel Simcock, that is an incredible group where the conversation is still taking place. And there are some fabulous, fabulous, fabulous people in there. So go and check it out. Beauty of Different Shades. I'm sure it's called that. Chanel, if you're watching, pop the link in here. But just because it isn't hitting every news channel anymore does not mean that the issue has gone away. So keep giving this some noise. Chanel, pop the link to Beauty of Different Shades into the group so that we can go and get amongst it still, because there is work to be done. Right. Oh, I'll get off my soapbox, and I'm going to introduce you to our guest today, which I'm thrilled to be bringing to you. We have the fabulous Lizzy Adams, everybody. In lieu of the applause button, make sure you're hitting the like, the love, the share. Lizzy, good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. How are you doing?
I am so good. I was so good this morning. I wasn't so good at about 6:30 when my alarm went off, and I was like, oh, it's raining outside. It feels like a duvet day today.
Would it make you feel any better if I tell you it's El Scorchio outside here?
Oh, Lizzy, you're perfect. Where are you in the UK?
Kent. So
Oh,
yeah, right at the bottom there.
in Kent. I just lost my sunny bee. Look, let me just
Yeah, we've got Scorchio outside. Windy, but El Scorchio.
Oh, for goodness sake. Right, well, we shall live vicariously through you in Kent today then. In lieu of the sunshine up here in the north, we have definitely got a rainy situation happening here. I don't even know. There is no real obsession with the weather. It's just that I find it funny. It just kind of became itself in the end.
I love it. I think it's good.
So, my darling Lizzy, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you mind awfully if I get ready for the work day whilst we have a chat today?
Go for it, my darling.
Oh, good. Because I've got to film some things directly after this, and I need to be camera ready.
That's all right. I've got to run the kids to school after this as well. So they got up nice and early this morning, and I was like, come on, get changed. Sort yourself out. Like a military march.
It is exactly this. So Lizzy, hang on. Ninja Wallace has just climbed underneath the weather map, completely unseen. But no, you're there. Can I have a glass of water?
I didn't say a glass of wine.
I don't want a glass of wine. No, it's that time. I mean, we could. It's 5 o'clock in the world somewhere, but still. So, Lizzy, tell us about what you do, because what you do is fabulous.
Okay, so I am the founder of the Tranquil Wolf. I am a spiritual happiness coach and Reiki master. So, which means I work with animals and humans when I do Reiki. And when I do my coaching, I literally just make people happy. So I just go in and teach you all about self-love, really, and just make you feel good, because that's what life should be about. You know, we should be feeling happy and empowering. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Amazing.
But, yeah.
So how did you come to doing that? How did you come to getting amongst that? Because Reiki is light work, isn't it? And it's not something that, you know, when you're a child, when you're at school, it's not that for the most part that we're exposed to, is it? You don't have your careers teacher going, you could be a Reiki healer, or like even if being an entrepreneur, like they do very much talk about jobs and careers. How did you come to that?
So since I was a child, I've always had like a gift of being able to see like ghosts or spirits or whatever you want to call them, but I created fear on it. So until I was probably about 3 years ago, I had this massive fear. So if you told me somewhere had a ghost in the corner, I'd put my pants and leg it. But me and the twins' dad, we parted ways a few years ago, and you know, I felt lost. I didn't know what to do. I'd heard from a good friend that Reiki was, you know, good for you. And I won't lie, I kind of thought to myself, this sounds like a bit of a, you know, a con. I was like, you're just trying to, you know, you're just going to say you're going to make me feel good, but how does this woohoo stuff make you actually feel good?
Right.
And so yeah, I kind of went on this spiritual path, because I literally felt so lost. And I was like, all right, there's something that's calling me. I don't know what it is. And I went for my first Reiki session. I thought, I'm going to give it a go, see how it gets on. Went for my first Reiki session, and I was literally mind blown. And the thing with me is that I like to try and back, like I'm very spiritual, but I also add the element of psychology and everything in. So I like to back things and make sure, And so I went, and I was laying on this bed, and all I can remember is it was like someone had a fan at the bottom of my feet and was blowing cold air literally up my body.
Really?
And I was like, I was laying there, like in my head, I was thinking to myself, is this lady all of a sudden just got this fan and just started like, that's a bit crazy.
Fanning me.
Yeah. And I kind of woke up and I was like, all right. And she was like, yeah, are you okay? I was like, did you just fan me? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay. I just wanted to check because it was really cold. And, I went and I was so kind of intrigued of how this worked. And, what was this? Why was I getting this breeze of cold come at me? Why did I feel all these different things across my body?
Yeah.
I was like, there's got to be some logic to this,
Yeah.
So I went for a couple of sessions with her, but I've always known that, to get rid of the negativity that's in you, you've got to kind of release it. You've got to cry it out. You've got to be, whatever it is, you've got to let it out before you can even.
Because you hold on to stuff like that, don't you? Whether whether out there, whether you're listening, whether you are into light work, whether you're completely, you want to deal in what people will call real, regardless of what you believe, you hold on to things and your body holds on to things, pain, trauma, happiness, like you feel these things energetically in your body, right? So if there are ways to tap into releasing that or encouraging more of that, like I'm definitely here for that conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
It can poison the inside of you. Like, and I don't sit here talking about all the woo stuff like on a daily basis, but I have definitely, since I have become more spiritual, as I've gotten older, as I've done like healing work on myself with other people, that the more crap that I let go of, the better things happen to me. The more I can release the crap, that I don't mean just going through a shit either. I mean like actually release the crap that I've been holding on to for years.
Yeah, so, no. But yeah, it was this weird sensation, and I've been going through some really bad like mental health issues for years and years and years. And I've only recently found out it was bipolar that was actually what the mental health was.
Right.
And I remember going to this Reiki session and I come out and I was crying. I was literally I was so upset. And I thought to myself, deep down, I knew that you had to get rid of that to kind of, bring the positivity out. But I literally was like, no, I can't do this. Like, seriously, what is this going on? And bless her heart, she's trying to explain to me, no, it's a really, really good positive thing. But of course, to you, you're sitting there going, nah, I don't want to show this. What's going on?
The blasters off, yeah. And we as a society, even though the conversation is more open now about like letting things go around mental health and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in safe spaces and all that sort of stuff, when you do find it's like this sort of work, it's like being given a key, and lots of people find that different keys unlock the beginning of their healing. So for some people, it might be talk therapy. For some people, it might be Reiki. For some people, it might be meds. For some people, when they've given the key that finally clicks, that unlocks their healing, that is a painful process in the beginning.
Yeah. But it's so worth it. So worth it. It really is. Because you just, as soon as you kind of take that first step, like you say, it's ripping off that plaster. It's just so needed to be able to be done. And so I went away and I was intrigued of why this, why did this do this to me? How did it do this to me? So I went on my own path and I started learning Reiki for myself. I thought, I was quite, I suppose, proud in that sense. I didn't want to go to someone else and let them see me so vulnerable. So I thought, well, let me see if I can see what I can do. So I started learning Reiki, and I started learning the fundamentals of it. And one thing that I learned out of it was meditation, because when you learn Reiki, you have to be able to learn to meditate. Something I've always been rubbish at, because like a lot of people, you sit down in your mind, and I always teach this when I teach teach meditation, is calm your mind, and then all of a sudden you're thinking of Jack's birthday, who's 3 weeks away, and you're thinking, what do you think of that for?
Yeah.
And then you're really confused, and it throws you off. Mm-hmm. So I went through that path, and that was really enlightening.
Meditation is a really interesting one, because I think of all of it. So I make no secret of the fact that I have had issues with my mental health in the past. Mental health goes hand in hand with physical health. It's just you can't see it. So I have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. In the past, I've had OCD, where I had an issue with washing my hands when I was little. When I was a child, I got loads of mixed messages from school. My mum had a cleaning company. There was in the mid-80s, there was like a dysentery increase in schools because kids weren't washing their hands. I remember quite like at the beginning of this year, when everyone was like, here's how you wash your hands. There was a lot of that sort of messaging when I was little, and I got all my wires crossed, and I could touch anything, really issues. Into my older life, the compulsion stopped, but I ended up with like obsessive thoughts. So meditation, as well as, I didn't find that talk therapy really helped for me. I think some of it was rooted in my own self-worth, sort of stuff. But meditation, my mind's quite busy. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I work at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So what's going on in here, you can only imagine. So the meditation actually was a skill that I needed to develop so that I could become a warrior of my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the best way to describe it, isn't it? It's that instead of being in your thoughts all the time, being pulled in different directions by all the different thoughts that you're having, it's actually allowing yourself to take a step back in a quiet and safe space and actually just watch the thoughts happening.
Yeah, no, definitely.
In them. I think that was the best way someone ever explained meditation to me. So you teach meditation, right?
Yeah, no, I teach meditation because as I said to you, I've recently found that I've got bipolar. So for the last 12 plus years, I've had people tell me I've got depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, you name it, and I kind of had all these different things thrown at me, and I was like, okay, that's great, but how, I'm not interested in a label, but let's talk about how we're gonna help me through that. And there wasn't, and I was like, okay. And I was like, right, my mind just doesn't stop, like you were saying. And I was like, so I need to calm my mind to be able to do Reiki. Otherwise, how can I differentiate between my thoughts and someone else's? So I went on a journey through meditation, and I've recently just written an article, and it was all to do with how meditation and Reiki was pretty much my savior, because I'd got about 2 years ago now, I hit my biggest drop. No, it was last year, sorry. I hit my biggest drop that I'd ever experienced. I was suicidal, I was self-harming, I just couldn't see a way out, and I didn't know what to do. But I taught myself, how to, obviously I sought professional help as well, but I taught myself to just calm my mind, take myself away and meditate. And I tell you what, just doing that was literally my savior, because I learned to just calm those really, the dark thoughts that unfortunately come and, get to us and everything. And I not all of us get to meditate for ages and ages, and you don't need to. If you've got 5 minutes, that's good enough. But I was just in this place where I needed to just, I suppose, reprogram my brain in a sense to know that it's worth, being here. And my kids are my saviors. I'll always, and that's not a secret. I've always said that, through every battle that I've had, my twins have been my saviors, and been the those people that have kind of got me back to where I need to be. but yeah, meditation is just so powerful. It's so powerful. And I did a talk yesterday and was saying that, you know, people don't realize that they can meditate just by going through a walk. You
Yeah.
know, you have this thing of thinking that you can meditate, but you have to sit still, you don't move, you're like this.
I
But no,
sure.
yeah. And it's not the case. It's literally about just stop thinking about the crap for 2 minutes. And, you
Yeah.
know, as I say, I teach you how to do this. I teach you how to get rid of it. I teach you how to breathe. And like you were saying with the anxiety, the breathing techniques and stuff that I do helps with anxiety because I've been there. I've done it. I've brought the t-shirt. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, you know, it's tried and tested. If
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not just me
Absolutely.
reading it from a book and being like, oh, okay, you know, I hear this is pretty good. I've done it a few times. It's all right. It's not too shabby. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know what? I tried. I was the guinea pig. I tried it on myself, and if I knew that it worked for me, then I know that it's going to work for other people, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I love it. Absolutely love it, and it's
It,
nice seeing people happy.
yeah,
Absolutely
absolutely.
love
Absolutely. And I guess when people will come to, because you work with animals as well, we'll talk about that in a
it.
sec. Um, Anxiety, I mean, all different manner of mental health issues are frightening when you're in them because it's happening inside you, so the noise doesn't go away.
Yeah,
It, you know, if you for example, you know, have broke your finger or you've got a toothache, you could take the tooth out, or you can take, you know, a painkiller to help numb it. When you have those kind of thoughts that are spinning out of control, particularly around anxiety, because with anxiety, that triggers a whole bunch of physical symptoms as well.
mm,
So I get it really hard to catch my breath, or my heart will beat really fast, or it will it will mask itself as depression. So I'll feel anxious for a period of time and then have to take to my bed because I'm that exhausted of being in that
yeah,
fight or flight situation for so long. And it's all down to being inside of my thoughts, being an active participant in those thoughts, instead of realizing that the thoughts are separate to you, which is a really
yeah,
difficult concept to get your head around.
yeah,
So your thought is your brain trying to make sense of the world all in one go. And when you're in the middle of it, running on the hamster wheel, it's really hard to make sense of anything. So allowing yourself to take a step back. But like you said, that step back doesn't necessarily need to be sitting cross-legged, listening to whale song, you know, going on. It's not
yeah,
about that. It could even be going out for a drive and just focusing on the road and
yeah,
allowing the thoughts to come in and out of your head. I mean, I used to spend before lockdown, a lot of time on the road, and that would be my meditation time, my sort of
yeah,
time of allowing the thoughts to kind of come through and working out, is this, you know, is this right? Is this not right? Or I'm going to put that to one side, allow it to drift past. So, like you say, it doesn't have to be sat listening to whale song. Could be colouring in, like mindfulness colouring in,
yeah, definitely. Well, I
allowing
always
yourself to get
say,
down.
you know, there's three stages to it. It's accepting that it's there, like acknowledging that it's in your head, you know, accepting it's there. Okay, yeah, I'm going to deal with you a bit later. It's still going to be there in 5 minutes, and then releasing the thought.
Yeah,
And you do that with every single one that comes in. And it's like, and it's knowing that it's okay. You're not going to get it on day one.
yeah,
Just keep going and keep practicing and keep trying at it,
yeah,
because every single day you're going to get better. It's like riding a bike. You know,
yeah.
if you've never ridden a bike before, you get on it and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, you know.
Yeah,
And but we keep going, we keep going. Babies don't come out of our wombs and know how to walk, do they?
right.
They practice and preach. They go for it. It's the same thing, you know. You just have to
Yeah.
keep going and keep going with it.
And they do call it meditation practice for a reason. And people that have been
Yes.
doing it years still talk of their meditation practice. So it is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly helpful. Even if, you know, if you take, again, like I like to talk to all of the members of the audience, wherever they sit on the woo scale. We've got light workers in the audience and people are like, this isn't for me.
Mm.
Meditation is the one thing that actually, that scientifically, time and time and time and time and time again, it's one of those things that is proven to help create space, bandwidth, so that you can kind of reorganize stuff. So let's talk more about animals, because so you have the business, the Tranquil Wolf. What does
Yeah.
that look like for you? What's the work that you do around that? Because I find it fascinating.
So the Tranquil Wolf is like it's my branding. So as I say, we've got the coaching, which is the Reiki and the meditation,
Yeah.
and then we've got the really, really exciting part. Not that the other bit isn't exciting, but we've got the really exciting part, which is I work and do Reiki with animals, and
Yes.
oh my goodness me, it is just unbelievable. So I go off and I will go and see a horse. It's normally horses that I go off and see as well.
It
And
doesn't surprise me.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
no animal background. You're lucky I can tell, I've got 2 hounds myself. You're lucky I can tell the head from the bottom, but we're getting there. And I think that's as well is what makes me really authentic, because I'm not going in there and being like, well, I think that this bit connected to this and this, this and this. I'm not going in there kind of surmising that it could be 120 different things. And I'm not a veterinarian or anything like that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just me. So I predominantly go and see horses, and it's kind of it's like therapy for the animals. We have therapy for us. We have these relaxation things for us. We have Reiki for us. We need that time, and Reiki for animals is just beautiful, because I remember I went to go and see this horse, and this horse was grieving. And it's something, because obviously animals don't talk to us, it's like we, not in a nasty way, but we kind of bypass those, those things of how the animal could possibly be feeling.
Yeah.
And this horse was grieving. Anyway, I went to see this horse, and I work over the chakras, the same as what I would do on a human body.
Yeah.
But, I work over the chakras to the animal. And all of a sudden, this animal just sent me this vision of another horse. So I looked at the girl that was standing with me, and the girl looked at me and she went to me, she went, I feel really upset and I don't know why. She was like, I feel like I just want to burst out crying. She's like, but I have no idea why. And I said to her, I said, yeah, it's because your horse is letting you know. I said, because you have that bond with your animal. And I said, your horse is letting you know that your horse is grieving. I was like, and I described the horse to her, and she was like, yeah, that's the horse that they used to run around. And I could see them running around in this field together. And she was like, yeah, they used to play and everything. And this horse had sadly passed away like 6 or 7 months previously.
Yeah.
And I said, but she is happy. And she showed me this little fringe of a horse. And I was trying to think, and I was trying to describe it, because all I could see was this big fluffy fringe on this horse. And I was like, there's a fluffy, and I'm like looking at her going, fluffy on a horse like this. And she's like, and then all of a sudden I span round and I went, she's happy with the horse that she's in the field with at the moment. I said, she loves that horse. I said, but she wants to let you know that she's not herself at the moment, because like everybody, she's grieving. And all of a sudden it was like my friends that stood there, and it's just, she got this wave of emotion, and she was like, I feel it. And I was like, yeah. I said, because you have, we all have these connections.
Yeah.
And it's the same as, humans. Just because they're animals and they don't communicate in the same sense as what we do, it doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that they don't go through trauma or anything like that as well. So being able to do Reiki with them, and being able to kind of, I suppose, communicate in a sense with them for it, it's really uplifting, and it's really nice. It's really nice to know that I come away and, the animals will sleep better that night, or they'll feel better, and, they're happy. And I'll get a bombardment of messages the next day of how, the animal was. And 90% of the time, the animal I've had horses fall asleep on me whilst doing Reiki, and they'll just put their head on me and be like, it's just so rewarding. It really, really is. It's beautiful.
I mean, horses particularly, and I would like to imagine that dogs are the same. Or lots of different animals in lots of different ways. Animals are still energetic beings, just as we are. What we've done is we've created a big construct around everything. So everything that we see is a huge construct, from our systems all the way down to the fact that we wear clothes and all sorts. We are still energetic beings, and the best way I can describe my experience with energy and connecting with energy is being on a stage in the online space since the beginning of lockdown. Everything that I've been doing has been in the online space, which is fine. I can kind of gauge people's reactions, but it is not the same as being in a room with people and being able
Yeah.
to feel their reactions. And I think that that is probably the best way that I can describe this energetic exchange that happens. It does happen between humans. We don't acknowledge it as much as what we maybe particularly should or could do, because
Mm.
we took all of the language and all of the reasoning out of it, and actually we dealt more energetically. I think we would be happier. I think we would be more
Yeah.
centered. I think we would be, we wouldn't be so confused. We wouldn't be so conflicted in so many different ways if we acknowledged our energetic connections. And just like with animals, they don't have the construct. So
Yeah.
they are energetic beings. Horses, particularly, I speak to horsey people all the time, and
Mm.
there is equine therapy out there where horses, connect with people that are neurodivergent, or for criminals who then go and work with horses,
Yeah.
particularly horses, and find that it is an incredible outlet for them, and it allows them to connect with their emotions. And I've got, it's got to be something to do with that pure energetic exchange.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see why this would work. I can see how this would definitely be a thing. So
Yeah.
people out there have those experiences, don't they?
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and predominantly when I do like Reiki with dogs, it's so cute because obviously dogs have a tendency, they love everyone, don't they, majority of the time? And I'll do a Reiki on a dog, and then 2 minutes into it, it doesn't matter if they're hyperactive or anything like that. 2 minutes into it, they're like that, and the spark goes, and they're just like, yeah, loving this, loving it. And it's like, how cats are very much like, give me that attention, give me that attention. It's like dogs are sitting there going, yeah, come on, keep it going. I can feel it. Come on.
It's so like honestly, I find it fascinating, particularly with horses and dogs where Reiki is concerned.
Mm.
Conversations that I've had with people before. I'm really echoing this morning. I've got a feeling it's on your side. Lizzy, have you got any headphones? Doesn't matter if you don't, because we're there. It's like being on the radio and you get feedback.
Yeah, no, they're all downstairs, I think.
Poo. Never mind.
Pain.
It's all right, don't worry. So how have you found your practice since the start of lockdown? Because healing, I know, can take place in real life, and I know healing can take place, so I found, remotely.
Yes.
How has your business altered or changed since the start of lockdown, where we can't do as much?
Well, it's not so much that I can't do as much, because as you say, I can work remotely. So I do a lot of distance Reiki, and obviously with meditation and that, I can teach that remotely. But the vibrational energy between myself and a client, you can feel the vibrational shift, if that makes sense. So if I was to do a distance Reiki with you, say out of COVID, it would probably be a lot easier for me to kind of connect straight to you. And what happens is I pick up on like how you feel and things like that. So like we were talking about meditation and how, we've got to calm our minds. If you've got a busy mind, I will connect to that, but I've got to it's like I've got to wade through it to get to that calm mind.
Yeah.
And, predominantly before COVID, excuse me, it wasn't so much of a regular thing. It'd be like 1 in 5 or so that I would do it. But since doing COVID, every Reiki that I've had, whether or not it be animal or human, it's been more intense. I mean, I've had to sit there and, kind of wade through more of the emotion to kind of really dig deep into it, kind of thing. And it's weird. It's like you can feel, it's like being on a boat. You can kind of feel this vibrational shift. And, at first I thought to myself, oh, it's not, maybe it's just 1 or 2 people that get it. And then I was noticing, especially when it was like we were in the depths of COVID kind of thing, that it was really, really difficult. And I'd have to kind of really, I suppose, concentrate even more. so, because it was like I was battling through something to get to somebody, because you could feel it. Everyone was unsettled. Everyone was, what was going on? We don't know what's going on. How's this? So you can feel the panic and the stresses of people, like you were saying in a room.
Yeah, it's an unprecedented time. We've like, how many times heard that, but it genuinely is. This is a point in time where we're going to look back and say, oh, 2020 was the year that was a thing that happened, that we were on lockdown. It was never heard of before. This is history happening right now. So with that are all the attached emotions, and with all the attached emotions come all the attached energy. And I could see why, I could see how that would be, definitely. Tracy's just saying, because I know Tracy's learning to practice Reiki. My Reiki guide has been doing so much in a group, and it's been great. I find I go to Alpha State more online than when I was in class. Maybe that's something to do with the other energies that are in the room, and then if you're on your own, it's easier to sense yourself in your own. I don't know how it works, but
so again, I find kind of I do predominantly Reiki with humans. Obviously, I don't do it with people at the second, but I predominantly just do it remotely. So I don't have people come to my home or anything like that. I just work with you distantly, because you're getting the same energy as what you would be if you were here.
Yeah.
And I just work with them better if I'm doing distance. And I don't know if that's just because, stop it, because I'm sat in my own space, and I'm in that kind of bubble, so to speak. And then if I've got someone here, it's like that element of extra control. But what? Sorry.
Don't be sorry, it's fine. I'm surprised Ivy's not come in yet. She's late this morning.
We're going to school in a minute. Won't be long. When have you ever been excited about going to school? Go and get
I'm excited about school. My Lord, am I excited about school?
Go and get shoes on there. Bless her. But yeah, and it's, so when I connect with humans, I find it better to do Reiki, as I say, remotely and distantly. So I can work with anyone in the world, and I will just be in it's like being in my own little bubble, my own little meditation bubble. And I feel that I connect better through doing it that way. Mm-hmm. And when I do animal Reiki, I prefer to be with the animal. Now, I don't know if that's just because I'm an animal lover and I just get so excited, when he goes, I'm that one in the room that goes, "Have you got a dog?" And they go, "Yeah." And I'm like,
who doesn't want a pet dog?
I'm like, "Ignore the party, I'm there with the dog." But yeah, so I completely agree with you on that. It's, as I say, with the energy shift at the second, just Tracy, just keep practicing on your own and going through it, and we're always learning. We're never perfect at anything, so practicing perfect.
So what are the plans for you going forward then? What are the plans for you? Like, so we're just peeping out of the other end of lockdown now. We are like thinking about what life could be like in the new normal. As soon as like the 4th of July happens, then the 15th of July happens, there's a whole new normal that's on our way. How does your work fit into that? What are you up to? What are you excited about?
So I'm going to be writing a book.
Yeah, Dave.
I'm going to be writing a book called The Tranquil Wolf, which is going to be all about obviously my journey and everything like that. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm pushing more at the second. Oh, I've got essential oils like all over my desk. And I'm pushing at the second to just kind of teach people more about Reiki and things like that. So I've got a 12-month course that is going to be live from the 1st of July, which I am so excited about. Excellent. And it's all to do with teaching people. And it doesn't matter if you're up here on the woo-woo scale or down here on the woo-woo scale, and it literally is there for everyone and anything. And it just teaches you all about self-love, how, you can work on yourself, pretty much coming out of COVID, because I don't know about you, but I went to town the other day and I went to a shop and I was literally like, what do you do?
How do you what?
And I was like, it's like I've forgotten the fundamentals of how to actually just go clothes shopping. I was like, what do you do? So, it's literally, I'm going on a massive like empowerment kind of thing. And as I say, teaching people the fundamentals of Reiki and understanding it, getting you involved with meditation, and and seeing where you want to go. And I'm teaching you how to find your spirit animal as well, which is really, really exciting. So
Oh, well,
yeah.
I don't want to be disappointed to find out mine's not a bee.
So yeah, so that's I'm excited,
I
so excited
bet.
for you.
It sounds really exciting. Well, Lizzy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You and your energy have been a lovely way to kick off this Monday. I know you've got the
Thank you,
school run to
Dan.
do, so get those kiddywinks to school. You lucky, lucky swine.
The boys are twins, they both go.
Oh, stop it. And my 3 are still here and are going to be here till September, which is, I love having them around, but they are so ready to go back to school. So
Yeah,
thank you.
some of these two.
Thank
But
you
no,
so much for joining us, my darling.
thank you, my
Lizzy,
darling. Have a wonderful day. Take
you
care.
too. Bye, my love. That was Lizzy Adams, everybody, talking to us about all things Reiki in time for the school run, which gives me a little bit of time to share with you what is happening this week here on the show. Who wants to know about who's on the show this week? I'm going to tell you. We've got some fabulous guests coming up. Tomorrow, we've got Dr. Michelle's going to be joining us. We're going to be talking. We've got so much to talk about. Dr. Michelle McDowell will be joining us at 8 in the morning. Do not miss that. I have been biting at the bit to share some airtime with this fabulous, fabulous, fabulous woman. So that will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We've then got the wonderful Inga Hunter. That is Inga. Inga Hunter is going to be joining us on Wednesday. That is Minga without the M is joining us. If you don't follow her already, please do go and follow her over on Instagram. We've got the incredible Jodie Salt joining us from I'm trying to remember where everybody's from. There's so many of you. What is everybody? Right. Who knows Jodie Salt? What is the name? It's the Live Lounge, isn't it? Oh my God, she's going to kill me and I love her. She's the organizer of the Wonderful One Manifest, which so many of you and I went to and spoke at earlier on in the year. In fact, it was the last big event in the calendar before lockdown. So we're going to be talking to Jodes about that and about what life has looked like since, which I'm super. She's amazing. And then we have got the mindset technician, Crosley, joining us on Friday. Ladies Life Lounge. Oh, don't tell her that I forgot. I know. It's like Life Lounge. It's not a live lounge. It's the Ladies Life Lounge. So organizer of One Manifest, Jodie Salt, will join us on Thursday, and the mindset technician, Crosley, joining us on Friday. So that is this week's lineup. It is another insane and awesome and wonderful lineup. Super excited to share all of these incredible people with you. We are taking on applications for people who want to be on the show. If you do want to be on the show, please do get into my DMs and I will send you the link to book on. All I need to know is what you would like to talk about on the show. So if you do want to be on the show, do slide into my DMs. There are, for those of you that have been following me and Nikki James in our little journey over the past couple of weeks, the Rockstar Level Up now only has 3 spaces left. So this is a 6-month mastermind that me and Nikki James are running. It is super exciting. We already have 17 amazing, absolutely wonderful people that have signed up that are going to be working with us for the next 6 months on owning their personal brand, turning the volume up so they're ready to become the Richard Branson of their business, or the Jacqueline Gold, or the Anita Roddick, or however you want to look at it. For those of you that are ready to turn up the volume on your brand and your business, me and Nikki James are here for you. There are 3 spaces left. If anybody wants to know any more about it, please do, again, get into my inbox or drop a comment. Tell me more on the comments. Tracy Tullman let's have a quick conversation about Tracy Tillman before I let you all go. Tracy tomorrow is going bold. She is raising money tomorrow for charity, and she is shaving her head. Tracy, please will you share the link in the comments so we can all go and sponsor you. She is shaving her head for charity tomorrow. We are incredibly proud of Tracy and everything that she does. She's such an incredible member of the IATQB community. So please do go and support her if you're able. Huge shout out to Lindsay McGlone for Sesh on the Sofa. This past Saturday, they raised over, I think, £1,500, like £1,600, for a multitude of charities, including Black Lives Matter and Firefly. She just put on an incredible, and sister Kaylee put on an incredible night of entertainment, and then did an after party as well. So that was Sesh on the Sofa. Huge shout out to the fierce fat feminist Lindsay McGlone for absolutely killing it. If you do have things that are coming up in the next few weeks, please do tell the group about it so we can shout you out and throw all our support around you. We can veritably swarm our support around you and wrap you up in love. So please do tell us about the things that you've been getting up to or are going to be getting up to, so we can support you. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it for today. If anybody wants to know about the Rockstar Level Up, please get in touch. There are 3 spaces left. We're speaking to more people today, so it's probably going to be sold out in the next couple of days. I'm so excited. If we don't, doors close on Friday. Friday is the final day for anybody who is coming to chat to us about joining. There are no more than 20. We cease sales at 20, so we can have an absolutely incredible 6 months together. And then I've got some more special announcements next week. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. Happy Monday. Let me know in the comments what is going to make this week a win for you. For me, it will be to get those final 3 people to join the mastermind so we can get cracking. It will be, I am working with the Incredible Authors & Co. I'm writing my book that's going to be released in November. Here she is. Look. Come on, come and say good morning. We've missed you this morning. Quick. There she is. Look. Good morning, Ivy. She can't really fit because the board's in the way. This is her Teddy Strawberry. I am super, super excited. There are loads and loads of things that are going on that are coming up. But for me, this week will be a super win. I've got some writing to do for the book that's coming out in November. I will be sharing more about that in the coming weeks. See you later. Go get some breakfast. And I will see you all tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show. Take good care of yourself, everybody. If you're having a duvet day today, please allow me to live vicariously through you. Another busy week here at IATQB HQ. Let's carry on the conversation over in the IATQB Hive. If you're not a member already, please do go and come and join us. And you can follow me on the socials, all over the socials, including Instagram at the Queen Bee Dani. Have a good day, everybody. Let's go rip it up. It's Monday.